Hi, welcome to the L. Howard painting. So I'm going to do a painting and I'm going to do it in 15 minutes or less. At least that's my goal. So I'm going to actually set a timer. And, oops, that's 17. 15. And here we go. Okay, it started. And I have a friend that posted a picture earlier, and it's really nice, very pretty. It's got some oranges and blues. Hey, Scott. Hey, Lori. Hey, Lisa. And I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to do it, like I said, in less than 15 minutes. Here's hoping. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking, or at least I'm going to try not to. Okay, I am going to just get one of my very wide brushes, and I'm going to do a very little bit of yellow in the middle. Just a hint of it. I'm going to do mainly orange, but I still have to have a little bit of yellow in there. Oops. Okay, so sometimes I get paint on, hey Tabasky, I get paint on it doesn't look like paint. It's some kind of a particle, so I can wipe it off. Maybe it was paint. Be careful. Rinse your brushes. Don't do what I do. I think that's why I like watercolor. Okay, because you can just kind of, it's very forgiving. It lets you do things to it. Okay. I'm going to do some orange now. And I almost want like a salmon kind. So I'm going to do a little bit of a reddish orange and kind of mute that out. Bring it into the yellow. And I still want a little bit more peachy orange, I think. So I'm going to go with, this is a red. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to do another one of those. Oh, I hope that was the same color. I'm going to wet it and just keep going up, pushing that color. Now, I'm going to rinse my brush and then I'm going to work down because I don't want any more of that color to go up. So I'm going to start pushing and fading that color back down. This is why I like really heavy duty paper. I need it. And I don't want these to have really big lines, so I'm going to try and mute that. And then I'm going to go straight into the ocean, or whatever the body of water that I have here, because what I'd like to do is do a different color for the sky. And then I've got multiple layers in the water. I've got different kinds of turquoise green and blues and purples. And then I have a tree and then some rocks. And so I'm going to put that in with some gray and some black and blue. So it's mainly going to be this orange, but kind of in the sky, but a very cool colored painting, like a very wintry scene. And I'm going to do a different blue for the sky, which I'll go ahead and do that first. And then I might push it into there. I'm going to get a really wet brush. Yeah, I'm going to do this blue. Perfect. And I just really want it stronger up here. And then as I bring the two in the middle, I don't want the yellow and oranges to mix with the blue because it gets really nasty and it's not a very good color. So I'm going to try and get a very light blue in the middle here. So the two colors will never actually meet. Okay, good. That's all I'm going to do. I might even do clouds. Okay. I have some water spots that I want to make sure they don't drip. I'm just going to kind of tap that. That's lovely. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of the teal and do this ocean or water. Okay, and again, I'm not letting those two lines meet. I want to keep them separated. I'd love to break out into offspring right now. Okay, good. And I'm just dabbing it back in there again, getting a little bit more of that dark. Looks like I've got some green that's hanging around in there unintentionally. And I'm going to do, oops. Oh, that's pretty. See, I just screwed up there. All right. Good. Perfect. And a little bit of, I switch brushes. Good. Excellent. And then I'm going to do a different blue up front. Just like that. And I'm going to do a different blue in between them. I just don't know which blue that is because I keep changing my mind as I drop my brush down. Oh, I love that. Okay, so now I want to do some streaks very much like that with a thinner brush that kind of give a little bit of a... I'm going to actually do some purple right through here. Okay, and I'm going to take this big fat brush I had again. It's just like a 2-inch brush. I haven't been paying attention, so if you've been saying anything, I'm so sorry. Oh, hey, Heather. Nice. Okay, I saw the hot stuff part. All right. So the last time I was doing this, my router has been kind of sluggish. So I got a new router, and hopefully that helps with this. So these lines I'm creating with the paint, oh, I love that. Just helps with the water and making those lines. I should have been doing it this way, though. Oops. Easy fix. There we go. Never know. I don't care too much about the specifics. I just want it in general. And I'm getting faster at painting because it doesn't feel comfortable to stand for very long. So maybe if I paint a little faster, I won't think about things too much and then just let it happen naturally. Although one of my kids just told me that I need to stop painting the trees on the left and I need to start doing them on the right. So I'm not going to do that today though. And I think there's just a couple of little like blotches of things out in the water that I'm just going to kind of indicate with a really dark blue. And I'm going to also get some purple and get some in a little bit of mixture of those two colors in there. Just some activity. It doesn't really have to be designated what it is. It's just something there. And I'm going to do a little bit of black back here. I'm going to gray that out. Mixing those together will make my life a little easier when it comes to doing the rocks. And then I'm going to go ahead and add, let me just make sure. I'm going to do, before I start doing that, make sure I get a clean brush. And okay, there we go. Oh, thankfully, that's teal. Okay, good. Good. And I'm just not quite happy with that up here, so I'm trying to get that fixed without ruining everything. See, once the watercolor dries, you can go right back in there, wet it down, and it comes right back to life. That's what's really cool about it. I don't care about that. I do care about that. So I should probably rinse that. And I can just go in and add some streaks in there. Good. Don't care if it runs into that, but I do care if the black runs into this area a little bit because I'm going to add some black rocks in there. I think that's all I'm going to do. I mean, I'm going to add some trees and the black and the rocks, but then that's it. So how I plan to do these rocks, I'm going to do some black. Hold on, this will take me a while. And I'm just going to kind of block out some rocks. And since I messed up that area, I'll put a rock there. These are rocks. There's some more rocks in here too. These are the big ones right by the shore. And then I'm going to take this other one and coat it really heavy with some black and purple and just kind of lay it in spots. And then I'm going to, while it's still wet, I'm going to take some of the paint off of it and use it to make the smaller rocks. So I have a heavy rock and I steal the paint and put little rocks around it. 5 minutes. It gives me about 5 minutes to do a tree. This is so abstract. Okay, I lost my picture. Okay, I can actually add a little bit of this is a little bit of a Chinese white. And I'm going to do the same thing with that I did with the other brush. And just tap that. Gives me a little bit more tonality, I think. Basically, I'm just randomly putting paint everywhere. Doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to do the tree. And you guys still hanging on? There's a lot of you watching. I can't even see how many people are watching. There's 6 of you watching right now. Well, hello. Okay, can you see it? Okay. I have 3 minutes left to finish this, so no talking right now. So with the black, I'm really going to try and get as much as I can very thick. You don't want this to be runny at all. You want it very thick. A lot of times I'll spray my palette before I start painting just so I can ensure that it's going to have the right thickness. And I'm going to do a couple of these. And remember, the trees are not perfect as much as I would love them to be. They are not. Now I'm going to go ahead and come back down here a little bit. I can't talk when I'm doing these. So I'd like to thank Fred Rowe for the picture. He doesn't know I stole it and painted it, but he will now. Thank you very much, sir. I love a good eye, so thank you. Anybody that comes up with some good photos or something, send them my way. I love doing them. And because I do these in perfect, I'm going to put some leaves on there. If I can get these to cooperate with me. Anywhere that I have anything that's messed up, I'll just cover it. So I'd take a nice big fluffy brush and get it coated with some, I'm trying not to paint on my hand. I've been very bad about that in the past. Okay, so wherever there's an area that I'm not super happy about, I'll just go ahead and cover that. And this is hiding my mistakes. Hiding my, I did this on purpose. Just mashing the paint wherever I don't like it. Oops, there. Looks good. Okay, and I think because I don't know, I like it. I'm going to put some of those thingies in here. These will be a little bit wetter when you're doing the lines. Good. There's my timer. So a little bit over time, but not too bad. I'll just keep it going so I can keep track. And I'm going to use the liner brush one more time and get some foliage that lives down in here in the brush. And again, anywhere where those lines weren't up to par, I'm just going to cover those. Of course, there's always some things that live around here. Of course, my mistakes that need to be hidden are definitely in these areas. And it's covering your tracks. Okay, looks good to me. All right, I think I'm just gonna add a couple more little bits of white in the ocean or water, whatever this is. I think it's just, it needs a little bit more. This is just that Chinese white again. And I'm just gonna wet a little bit. And it gets a little bit more up here when there's more activity and light. And I like Chinese white because I can kind of bring it into the color that's around it. And it doesn't take over too much. So that's what I like about it. Where if I really want stark white, I'm gonna have to use acrylic. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you can see it. Can you see? I'll take a picture of it. You know I will. Okay, thanks for watching. Thank you. I'll sign it and we'll be done. You guys did a great job today. Thank you. Good work on your painting. So, 17 minutes later. And officially, this is my first painting of 2020. So, O2s are not fun. I remember that from back in 02 and 12. All right, done deal. Thank you. Bye.